The season finale on deck. Cardinals traveling to Los Angeles to take on divisional opponent, Los Angeles Rams. With defensive lineman Calais Campbell, I'm Dani Sureck. This is Sideline Exchange. Calais, you're wrapping up season 18, a year in which you've got 6.5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, 2 blocked kicks. What did you prove to yourself at 39 years old and you're 18 that you're still capable of?
I mean, it really wasn't a lot to prove to myself. I knew I can still go out there and make some plays. That's why I decided to play football again. But I wish I did more, could help us win more ball games. But I will say that it feels good being able to still go out there and be effective, because eventually I'm going to suck at this game, or I should, walk away before I suck, hopefully, to go out there and still be able to make plays, still be able to compete, against the best in the world. It's a good feeling. I'm very proud of being able to play this game that I love, at the highest level, and still be able to make plays and affect ball games. It's a good feeling.
It's a young locker room. As someone who was on the NFL 2010s All-Decade team, first team All-Pro, the league's Walter Payton Man of the Year winner, when young teammates come to you and ask what the secret is to a long, successful career, what do you tell them?
Usually when guys ask me about, how can they be able to have longevity, the cliche answer is, just a lot of hard work, whatever the situation might be, taking care of your body, training, get yourself in ideal shape so you can go ahead and have success. I think a lot of it is just fortune, football fortune, blessings from above. But what I try to tell young guys, though, is, be a pro, study the tape, learn how to take care of your body. The best ability is availability, but try everything and figure out what your body responds best to. There's a lot of, information nowadays, with technology and stuff and all these different machines and stuff that, we have. Use them, figure out which one works. A lot of it is just pay the price, put the work in, outwork everybody else.
You have played at a high level, quite a bit of football. Only 2 defensive linemen in the league have ever played more football games than you have in NFL history. Growing up, you were also pretty good at basketball. You earned a couple of scholarships. Jacoby Brissett was also pretty good at basketball. So what's your reaction when last week he told me if anybody in the locker room was making a team to go play pickup, he's guaranteed first pick on everybody's team?
Whoa.
You don't agree?
About today or cause
today, he said he can still hoop.
Yeah, today I'm not nearly as good as I was when I was younger. It's a humbling feeling to know that I am not as athletic as I once was. But I'm still pretty athletic, I can still go out there and make plays. I'm still an elite athlete, but there was a time where I was a lot more athletic, My basketball prime, I was really, really good. I could score the ball at, any spot. I was a great defender, great rebounder, block shots, smart IQ. And I feel like I would have gave Jacoby all kinds of work. He would have, he wouldn't score on me. I would shut him down completely. But I also think I could have been in the NBA and been an NBA All-Star, which a lot of people, a lot of NBA players will be insulted by that because they work hard to get there. And for somebody like me to be like, oh, I could have did it too, I get that. Based off of my talent and what I like, my work ethic and who I am, I have no doubt I could have been in the NBA. I'm pretty sure I could have been an All-Star at least one year. But, we'll never know.
Sounds like maybe a game of horse or one-on-one is in the future for you and Jacoby to settle this debate.
Well, today he's probably better than me today. I'm going back off maybe 10 years ago. There's no stopping me.
Okay, we'll give it to you, Calais. You're going to L.A. to face the Rams. Second time playing Matthew Stafford in this offense. Where is the defensive line most focused on redemption against that offense?
Stopping the run. I care about a lot of things, right? But the number one thing you care about as a defensive lineman is you don't want teams to run the ball. We gave 250 yards rushing against them last time we played them. And that's, it's probably the worst I've ever had in my whole career. It might have been 1 or 2 other games where it was somewhere close, but it's very rare to give up 250 yards rushing. That one stings, and it will sting, so a little redemption would be nice, though. If we could shut them down, keep them under 100, it would be ideal. And I think it gives us a chance to win. They could beat you a lot of different ways. It won't be running the ball this week. Obviously, there was a lot of things that go into that. It's more than just D-line play that goes into stopping the run. Last time we played them, we tried to get light in the box and dare them to run, and they did. This week, we're going to be a little more heavier in the box and make them have to throw the ball. So, redemption, stopping the run.
After the season, you'll be a free agent. And you've made it clear you don't have a decision made yet on your future, whether or not you will play in season 19. But as you take time to yourself, what are the factors that are going to go into that decision for you?
Well, the first thing is, can I still play at a high level? In these last couple of games, I kind of want to ask myself, all right, can I play elite at an elite level? Can I still make plays? Because, late in the season, your body feels a little bit beat up. It's hard to make plays. Last week was a good sign. Even though we got beat pretty bad, I feel like I was, playing good ball for the plays I was out there. This week, I think it will be, like I'm trying to empty the tank and play as hard as I could play for the last game, potentially in my career. But, it can help decide if I still have enough to go and play again next year. And so if I can go out there and dominate this game, it'll make me feel a lot better about going through the process. But the first thing is, can I still dominate? I think the second thing is, do I have the desire to go out there and play again? Because, I do have other interests. My kids are getting older. Do I really want to pay the price? Because to be good at football, it's a work. It's not easy. There's some other factors and stuff like that, but a lot of it is going to be really based off of, can I still dominate, and do I have the desire to pay the price to be good at this game?
The Valley welcomed you back with open arms. Your 10th season with the Cardinals, the team that drafted you. Where did you take the greatest pleasure in your homecoming this year?
Just feeling the love from the fans it's been incredible. But this year has been really sweet. It's been more special than any time before. I guess when you leave somewhere for a while and you come back, you really don't know what to expect. But the Cardinal fans have been incredible. I felt so much love. Every time I go outside, anywhere with my family, it's just, everybody's like, hey, I just want to say hi, and I'm really glad you came back. Get a lot of that. And, it's a good feeling. Very, very honored, very happy to be here.
Calais Valley is absolutely happy you are here as well. One final game of the 2025 season, the first game of 2026. Cardinals in LA against the Rams Sunday, 2:25 kickoff. That's Calais Campbell. I'm Dani Sureck. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sideline Exchange. Happy New Year.